What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Black Gloves review. Today we're going to be unboxing the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic, and instead of unboxing, it's actually going to be a re-unboxing because I'm not going to lie to you, I kind of botched the original review. But I put everything back in the box. The only thing is you won't get that sweet ASMR satisfaction of me cutting the plastic, but it was a really minimalistic unboxing experience, which a lot of companies have moved to these days. You get this solid, kind of matte white box on the outside with the Watch 4 Classic. On the back, this is the 46 millimeter black version. In the box, you get the Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 46 millimeter face, 20 millimeter strap, wireless charger, your quick start guide, and your terms and condition. This is the LTE version. Also has Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and GPS, which is great because the Watch 3 that I have on my wrist is only Bluetooth, which was a terrible decision. I would always recommend you get the LTE version over the Bluetooth because once you leave your phone, the Bluetooth never works, which defeats the purpose of having a smartwatch, in my opinion, because you can't never put your phone down. I tried to leave it in the car and then go for a jog on the track so I didn't have to take my personal belongings out with me. And it disconnected and I couldn't listen to music or anything. So you always want to get your LTE version. I mean, granted, you could download some music on your phone, but yeah, LTE is a lot better. Um, so here, it's going to take over the top. It's the slide cover here. On this side, this is this long box. You're just going to have your terms and conditions and your charger. I believe I ripped it open there the wrong way. So on this one, you get your watch charger right here. Just sit that down. And then on the other end, you just get your terms and conditions. Nothing fancy in here. Straight to the point. You get your charger, your terms and conditions, and you get the watch itself. Watch comes in here. It is already going to light up because I have mine activated already here. But you can see here, you get your sensor on the bottom. Made by Samsung, 46 millimeter. GPS LTE. The distinct difference I noticed when I first took it out the box already was this red ring around the power button here. And this is the one thing they did switch from the 3 to the 4. Instead of, they reversed the button. So now the top button is the home button and the bottom button is the back button, which is taking some while for me to get used to already. All right, so I'm gonna turn the watch on here. So some of your quick features, I have already changed my face to the point where I have the weather, my battery percentage, quick access to Spotify, schedule, and a forecast of the days with the time. If you swipe to your left, you would get, or swipe to your right, you would get notifications here. If you have any, you want to swipe down, you get access to your quick panel, your location, things like that. You're saying you have on your smartphone, night mode, power, watch only, do not disturb, theater mode, flashlight, brightness, Wi-Fi, battery saver, water mode, airplane, Bluetooth headphones, find my phone, and your location. Swipe up to get rid of that. If you swipe up again, instead of going from the traditional dial on the Watch 3, you now have a scrolling menu just like you would on your phone. So you have access to all your apps here. So the main difference I see here on this one is you have a little bit more access to internet, like you have a browser, your Google Assistant on here, things that you didn't have on the GPS, Google Play Store, things that you didn't have on the Watch 3. So the difference here is, like I said, you got that sliding menu there, whereas on the Watch 3, you can see here, When you go over to your menu, it's more of a circle. Sorry, try to keep it in focus here with the light. Did not mean to hit that. But you see you got it in a circle here now situation, and you would be able to slide through with the watch here. Now I have this case on, so it's hard to move the dial here, but there you go. And that's how you would slide through your apps on the Watch 3. But then if you slide over to your left, you have your music apps here. You have your body fat percentage. That was mine. I tracked mine yesterday. Your schedules. And then you have the option to add tiles here. So you can do alarms, Galaxy Buds, your controller here, your schedule, contacts. You got your internet apps there, your Yahoo, Google. You have your reminders. You have your blood oxygen level, daily activity, health summary, heart rate, multi workouts, sleep, step counter. You have a stress counter, something I probably need to add to my tiles right there. You're together. I guess if you want to work with somebody, as far as tracking your steps together, you guys can do that, and it'll tell you your place, which is kind of cool. Water. I guess your water intake there, how many glasses you need to drink a day. Women's health, ECG tracker, weather, and you have your world clock. All the tiles you want to can add to it. Your home, if you want to edit your watch face, you can swipe through your tiles to change your different kind of faces here. You can do that. If you wanted to edit the tile you have on, you could just hit customize. And so you could change your clock type by swiping through. If you go up or down. Oh, sorry. If you move, hit customize. I forgot you got to move the wheel. If you want to move the wheel here, you can change your clock type. Same thing. If you go swipe over one, you can change the color of your background there. Go through the full spectrum. Swipe over here. You can change your different widgets on the side here. So if I tap this one, it would give me the option to choose between an app shortcut, a barometer, my battery, Bixby, a calendar, compass, media controller, messages, phone, recent apps, reminders. You got Samsung Health, all your breathing, daily activity, heart rate, steps, together. Same thing you would see on your tiles, basically. Some of your exercise options here. You start down, ECG, and the weather, chance of rain, UV index, and your clock options, Google Assistant, Buds controller, you name it, camera control, bookmarks. You have a lot of options there to set up your widgets. And then the last one will be to set the middle, and that will be your weather in the bottom there. So if you tap that, you can change it to a calendar, a reminder, your steps, and then you have your weather tracker, different options, and your different alarms that you can keep in as well. And that's pretty much it as far as the setup. The next part I'm going to move to is the setup and connecting it to the Galaxy Wear app, which is what I'm going to have some explaining to do. If you've never had to set up a Galaxy Watch and paired with a phone, that was my complication. A little bit is going to be more explaining than the actual live action. I'll probably put my issues in the blooper reel maybe at the end. But I'm going to grab my phone real quick and show you guys how to set this up real quick. All right, guys. So right here, what you're going to do is to connect your phone, you are going to have to download the Galaxy Wearable app. Right here, I'm going to do an update later. I'm already connected to my Galaxy Watch 4. But what you're going to do is if you want to connect to your watch when you do your setup, I have that in the other video as well that I'm probably going to chop in here but you're going to connect to your watch. It's going to come on. I'm just going to do all the connecting. If you want to set up a mobile plan, it's going to walk you all through that when you first start. If not, what you could do is you can just go to, sorry, I tapped the wrong button there. You want to scroll down to mobile plans right here, and it's going to take you through here. If you have a prepaid plan, you cannot, at least on T-Mobile, if you have a prepaid plan, you cannot add a watch on with the eSIM. You cannot do that. You would have to switch over to a post-paid plan or bill contract plan to be able to do that. So what happens is you would come in here to your mobile plans. It would ask you if you would like to add a mobile plan for your watch, and then you would be able to select the mobile plan that you would. It just gave me 2 plan options. It told me the amount to add it on and everything, and it's just going to add it on to my bill, and it's going to set up. Now, the issue that I faced is that it had to update several times. So once you said you wanted a mobile plan, your phone had to update, the watch had to update, and then what I did was to test it. I turned my phone off, and then had someone call my phone. Call my watch on my phone was off to see if I really could get data, and it wasn't working at first until the watch had to go through another update. But it never said it was updating until after a while. I called them, it wasn't going through. Then they tried to call me, it wouldn't go through, and then randomly it just updated. You might have a better experience when you're doing it. It might just automatically update everything by itself, but you're going to have to go through a couple updates first before it completely works. And so that was my experience with it. It kind of gave me a little bit of headache, but now that it's on, now that it's done updating, it works perfectly fine for me. I can call anybody. They can call me straight to the watch when my phone is off. And it's set up and it's running perfectly smooth. So don't be surprised if you do get this watch that it doesn't work straight out of the box yet. Everything else will work. It just has to go through a couple updates. It seemed a little bit laggy at first, but eventually everything started to run properly. So you'll be okay there. So now let's see if I'm going to turn on my D&D real quick, getting notifications. Go. Only thing left is my Pokemon raid tracker there. All right, so I'm going to walk you through some of the app really quick. So for those of you who weren't able to see that in my Galaxy Watch 3 video or haven't seen it yet, so here's where you could customize your watch in the app. So you would just hit watch faces, and you could just go ahead and do the same thing you would do on the watch. We go through and look at different watch faces, but you would have more options here. And then you have the option to go through here and get more, or go to the app store and find more custom different watch faces for yourself that aren't already installed on the watch for you to pick. You have your app screen. You can reorder your apps here. You can do that on your watch as well, but you kind of come here to the bigger screen instead of on a small screen and having to turn the wheel back and forth and things like that. You can just come here and reorganize things. Like if you touch and hold app, you can drag it around and switch them around just like that. Your tiles, you can go ahead and add your tiles in again right here. I only got 3 up, so you can just add, and then you can just reorder them in the app as well, just like that. No big difference. Just cancel. Cancel. All right. Your quick panel, you can edit your quick panel as well. Your watch settings, so you can go through your notification. You got your sounds, your display always on, health, got some of your advanced features, apps, manage your content, mobile plans, accessibility, accounts, and your watch updates. All right. you got to find your watch. So this is where if you wouldn't be able to find your watch, you would lose your watch somewhere, you'd be able to come into Find My Watch app, and it would be able to tell you exactly where it is. I'm going to turn this on because I haven't set this up yet. And this is important. I like it not being Bluetooth. So the thing about Bluetooth is this would only show you the last spot where it was connected. So if I was to leave my phone or leave my watch or my phone somewhere, it would only show me the last spot it was detected at. Once you disconnect, it would no longer be able to tell you where it was at. It would only tell you the last spot it was. But if it moved since then, it wouldn't be able to tell you. So the fact that this is LTE, it'll be able to track it. If this moves, it'll be able to update the location. And the same thing with the watch. It'll update the location as it moves, so you'll be able to see wherever it's at. Whereas with the Bluetooth version, whenever it disconnects, whatever that last location is, that's the only one it's going to give you. So that's the benefit to this. And then if you find it, you can ring it. Your watch will start to ring to find your watch. And then to navigate, I'm already in the same spot, so I won't navigate to it. But it'll be the same thing vice versa with your watch. If you wanted to find your phone, you would just go to the Find Your Phone feature on the watch. And then I got notified when left behind, so that way I don't go too far without it. And then you get your tips and user manual, getting around, tracking your health. And then you have your Galaxy Watch store where you can check out different apps for your phone, different watch faces. You can get a watch, the Roku watch for people who lose their Roku remote pretty often. Your audio on demand, spyware, all sorts of apps there for your phone. And that's pretty much it. I appreciate you guys for tuning in to another Black Glove Reviews. This has been the unboxing of the Galaxy Watch 4. What I'm going to do is, in the end, I'm just going to crop in that part where I did my initial setup and show you the issue where I ran into the T-Mobile screen. But what you would have to do is you would have to go into your cell carrier and tell them you wanted to add a phone. If you have prepaid. If you don't have prepaid, I assume you can just go ahead and do this straight setup, because once I switch it over to postpaid account, I just went in and set up my watch, and it asked me to pick the plan I wanted, the data I wanted, and everything, how much it was going to be. And it was just quick setup, and it was a simple process of me letting it update 1 or 2 times before it started to work. But I'm going to put that in the end of the video here so you guys can check that out. But other than that, once again, I thank you guys for tuning in to another Black Glove Reviews. Until next time. All right. See if we go ahead and power her on here. I'm very excited for this. This is an unexpected gift. As you can see, I have the Galaxy Watch 3 on my wrist now. And I actually got upgraded. My birthday was just this past weekend. Girlfriend of mine bought me the Galaxy Watch 4 and the Buds Pro to go with it as well. You got your welcome animation. Get started on the Galaxy wearable app. Accessibility, emergency calling. So I'm going to grab my phone here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to the Galaxy wearable app, which threw me off for a while because they changed it from orange to blue. So let's see what we got here. Got some updating going on here. Just give me just a second. Check here. We're going to go to add new device. Scan for devices. And we're going to switch to the Galaxy Watch 4. Check the number on your watch. 914002. And we're just going to confirm. And it's going to download the software. Terms and conditions. Stay connected over Wi-Fi LTE using Google SoundCloud. It uses a diagnostic report, location, all these things. Basically, you need to use the watch for the most part. And so it might take a few minutes. That went pretty fast. All right, so we're going to let me pick an account. I'm going to change accounts here. All right, sign in from accounts. So for a second there, it was giving me a couldn't copy accounts notification. If you can see there, I have Speedify running. I had to turn it off for it to work. So if you're running any kind of VPN or anything, you probably want to turn that off before you set up your watch, because it wouldn't let me do it for a second there because I had the Speedify on, so I had to turn it on. Apps installed on my devices that I have. That's telling me it's going to, and basically a whole bunch of workout activities, um, which I don't really need any of these. I will take the AccuWeather radar to track the weather, but the rest of those apps I do not need. If you've backed up or this or a previous watch, try for restore easier setup. We'll set up a mobile plan. All right, and this is the part where I was talking about. I have to go get my watch activated. I contacted T-Mobile before, and they said that you can't use it. I do use prepaid accounts, so I have to be on a postpaid account to use this. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna go ahead and take this over to T-Mobile, and I'll be right back.